The Grand Deception. Unmasking the truth behind NASA's 3I Atlas PSYOP. The official narrative surrounding 3I Atlas is a meticulously crafted facade, a smokescreen designed to pave the way for a controlled global event. When the head of NASA confirms that a celestial body is not natural and an alien object, the alarm bells should ring not for the object, but for the agency making the announcement. The sudden, high-stakes declaration of a Level 5, highest alert status is not a scientific precaution. It is a psychological operation, PSYOP, aimed at acclimatizing the public to the idea of an extraterrestrial threat or presence under the guise of planetary defense. The weaponization of fear. Prepping the blue beam scenario. The conspiracy circles are clear. NASA's actions must be viewed through the lens of Project Blue Beam, the decades-old theory alleging a staged technological religious spectacle, possibly involving a fake alien invasion, to usher in a new world order. The calculated escalation. Why was 3I Atlas given a Level 5 classification, surpassing the previous interstellar objects, Oumuamua, 2017, and Borisov, 2019? This isn't about physics, it's about precedence and manufactured panic. They are deliberately raising the stakes to justify future, more aggressive responses, perhaps including the deployment of defense systems against a threat that they themselves are manufacturing or controlling. Controlling the narrative. The speed of the global scientific response, 200 telescopes in 2 weeks, is suspiciously coordinated. This is not organic curiosity. This is a mandated top-down response. Every observatory, every major research team, from the James Webb Space Telescope to the Very Large Telescope, is pointed in the same direction, ensuring a single, unified data stream that is filtered and interpreted by a handful of trusted entities. The public is only given the approved anomaly scorecard, never the raw data. The Atlas acronym's ominous ring. The telescope system that discovered it is the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. The emphasis on last alert is no accident. It is a psychological priming mechanism subtly whispering the notion of imminent, existential threat into the subconscious of the global audience. The 5 anomalies, evidence of fabrication. The so-called anomaly scorecard is the central piece of the deception. A selective presentation of facts designed to make a natural object appear technological, or conversely, a technological object appear ambiguous enough for plausible deniability. 1. The impossibly low non-gravitational acceleration. The official line states that 3I Atlas's acceleration is extremely low, suggesting an impossibly dense, nearly 5-kilometer wide core. This is a scientific absurdity when attempting to explain it as a comet. The cover-up. The real explanation which they are suppressing is that the object exhibits highly controlled, non-natural thrust, the signature of an engine, or a highly efficient cloaked propulsion system. The incredibly high orbital eccentricity of E6.139 is not just an extreme trajectory. For a conspiracy theorist, it points to a deliberate, high-velocity entry and exit vector, chosen to minimize interaction time with our solar system, suggesting intelligence aiming to study, not collide. The low acceleration value is likely a residual, minor course correction that could not be entirely hidden, which they then clumsily explained away with an absurdly dense core. 1. The carbon dioxide, 95%. Inversion, an engineered chemistry. The chemical composition, 95% carbon dioxide and only 5% water, is the most damning piece of evidence. This is the reverse of a normal comet. The technosignature. This is not a comet formed far from its parent star. This chemistry screams engineered material and propellant. CO2 is a common byproduct of combustion or a highly stable, storable gas. If this is a technological craft, the outgassing they observed is not comet activity, but the shedding of a protective layer or the exhaust from maneuvering thrusters, a deliberate disguise mechanism. The fact that the emission initially baffled scientists before they settled on the CO2-rich comet theory shows a clear struggle to fit the evidence into a natural model. 1. Smooth, shiny, and oddly shaped. The cloaking failure. The descriptions of a smooth, shiny, and oddly shaped object that reflected more light than any normal comet are a direct admission of its artificiality. A metallic shell, not rock. They are describing a metallic, reflective surface, likely covered in a highly advanced, ablative material meant to deflect solar radiation, or a cloaking device that is failing as it enters the inner system. The odd shape is not the random form of a space rock, but the highly optimized, elongated or disc-like structure typical of advanced propulsion designs, reminiscent of the descriptions attached to Oumuamua. The scientific community is trained to deny these shapes as natural variations, but the intuitive leap points to non-terrestrial design. The Destination Conspiracy, Jupiter's magnetic cover-up. The deepest layer of the conspiracy involves the object's trajectory towards Jupiter, a theory amplified by independent researchers following the Oumuamua playbook. The Jupiter Hill Sphere target. Some theories suggest 3I Atlas was never aimed at a simple flyby, but was utilizing the Sun's gravity to slingshot toward a key target in the outer system, specifically the Jupiter Hill Sphere, the gravitational zone of Jupiter. This is the area where Oumuamua was also rumored to have been headed, seeking out gas giants for resources or strategic positioning. The seeded technology theory. Astrophysicist Avi Loeb himself, a figure often associated with the Oumuamua technosignature hypothesis, has entertained the idea that 3I Atlas could be a mothership designed to seed Jupiter with technological probes. While Loeb frames it as a hypothesis, the conspiracy community sees this as a carefully planted hint. The official data conveniently minimizes the object's path near Jupiter, but this only fuels speculation that NASA is intentionally diverting attention from a potential alien deployment zone. The ultimate goal: justifying planetary governance. The 3I Atlas PSYOP is a multi-layered tool for the global elite. Mass distraction. It successfully captured the world's attention for the first time in years, diverting focus from pressing terrestrial issues, economic collapse, geopolitical conflict, and erosion of civil liberties. Technological pretext. It establishes the existential threat from space, which is the necessary prerequisite for creating a global military or technological authority. This object, whether real or staged, provides the perfect justification for massive, unchecked military spending on space-based weaponry and surveillance. The predisclosure. Soft launch. The term alien object is used just often enough by NASA officials to create an information bleed. They are not confirming the existence of aliens, but they are ensuring the idea is so prevalent that when the real staged contact or fake invasion, Bluebeam's final phase, occurs, the public will be psychologically prepared to accept the New World Order's solution. Officials on screen, audible montage, alien object, repeated in interviews. Do not be fooled by the scientific mystery. 3I Atlas is not a random chunk of ice. It is a declaration of intent. It is the perfect, ambiguous prop in the global government's unfolding script.